Hey, I'm Zoe, and this is the Relentless Reset. No formulas, no fixes, just short, honest reflections on navigating the messy middle of growth and becoming. We've spent the last 8 episodes focused on shifting, dismantling the performance, listening for your voice, coming back into your body, reshaping your style, your external environment. And up until now, much of that work has been happening internally or in isolation. But belonging is where that internal shift becomes visible, external. This is the moment other people start to experience the changes you've been making. And it's often the first place you notice real-world ripple effects. Sometimes effects you didn't choose or can't control, and sometimes ones you never even expected. People are often drawn to us for very specific reasons, a role we've played, the energy we've carried, the way we've shown up for them. And the same is true in reverse. We are drawn to others for equally specific reasons. Sometimes those reasons match our authentic selves and theirs, and sometimes they match the versions of each other we've been performing. That's where the difference between fitting in and belonging matters most. And Brené Brown captures it perfectly. Listen to this. Fitting in is about assessing a situation and becoming who you need to be accepted. Belonging, on the other hand, doesn't require us to change who we are. It requires us to be who we are. It's a beautiful differentiation. Fitting in means shaping yourself to someone else's expectations. Sound familiar? It's fragile, it's conditional, it's performance. And when you stop performing, some people will drift. Not because they're bad, and certainly not because you've done anything wrong. They're simply no longer getting what they came for, what they think they need. And this is where compassion really matters. You can't know where someone else is on their path. You can only know where you are on your own. My personal motto is everyone is on their own journey. That allows me to let go of the judgment, where I think they should be or what I think they should do, and to respect that I can only know my own given circumstances, make my own choices, and control my own actions. Everyone is on their own path. Belonging is showing up as you are, imperfect, evolving, fully human, and being met there. And if we want that kind of belonging from others, we have to offer the same in return. Letting go of our own expectations of who they should be and allowing them to move at their own pace in their own way. And to get there, you may have to step off of the path you are currently walking and step away from those you are currently walking with. When people sense this shift, when they realize the changes that may come, I often hear the same question in a million different ways, both spoken and unspoken. But it boils down to this. What do I have to sacrifice to be more authentic? Here's the reframe. You don't have to actively sacrifice anything. You only have to want to be authentically, relentlessly you more than you want to keep living the life of unfulfilled performance. When that's true, the universe will naturally reorganize your life around you, your thinking, your style, your community. Your only active job is to let go of what no longer serves you. Now, I know that phrase, let go, can sound neat and tidy in theory and feel absolutely terrifying in reality, especially if you've spent a lifetime trying to control outcomes. If fitting in has always meant managing every variable to preserve the relationship, the idea of letting go can feel incredibly unsafe. But here's the truth. Letting go is often emotionally hard, but realistically simple. When you change, the people around you feel it. Fitting in was built to fit your performance self, so some relationships may drift away. Belonging matches your authentic self, so some relationships will deepen. You don't have to push or pull either one. Like we talked about in the rapids, put your feet out in front of you and let the current take you where you need to go. We try to make letting go seem complex because of the emotional storm it stirs up and because resistance convinces us that holding on is safer. But holding on just for the sake of holding on doesn't do you or the other person any good. Just let the shifts happen. Just let yourself float. If you strip it back to radical honesty with the filter that authenticity means more than performance, the truth is usually clear, and here's the core of it. We let go of the people who no longer fit us because we've let go of the person we no longer are or never really were. Letting go of a relationship or even just the closeness you once had can absolutely feel like a loss because it is. You might be grieving the loss of the relationship itself, but you might also be grieving the version of you that sustained it, and that's okay. The grief is not a sign that you've made a wrong choice. It's proof you cared, and it's proof you're human. But here's the thing about grief. It doesn't mean you won't have connection again. What you lose isn't a sacrifice. It's creating space for something different, for a different kind of connection. The kind that doesn't require performance, that slow and painful act of self-abandonment to maintain. Connection at its healthiest is mutual. It's not about someone completing you or you completing them. It's about two whole people coming together and choosing to walk together for as long as that choice feels right for both of you. The mother of a very good friend says, people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And that's not failure, that's life. The more you belong to yourself, the more clearly you'll be able to see which connections are which in your own life. And the more easily you'll be able to let go of them if and when the time comes. And yes, sometimes the people who drift are the ones you thought you needed for your career, your reputation, your sense of security. But if the foundation of a house is solid, you don't panic every time you move the furniture. You know the structure can hold. And the relationships that remain are the ones that actually support the life you're building now. Having said all that, you're allowed to do whatever you want. Keep the relationships that fit, even if they're from your performance era. Grieve the ones who no longer fit without making anyone the villain. You are your own person. You make your own decisions. Just make sure you're doing it all with awareness and intention. Belonging is about being met as you are. Connection is about what happens when you meet others as they are, without losing yourself in the process. Now, this is the first outward ripple of all the inner work we've done, and it's the foundation for what comes next. Because once you've found those people and those spaces where you belong, the next question becomes, and it's a big one, where is your energy actually going? In today's world, your attention is your most valuable currency, but it's finite. And if you don't intentionally decide where to spend it, someone else will decide for you. In the next episode, The Attention Reset, we'll talk about reclaiming your attention, cutting the noise, and being intentional about where you place the one resource you can never get back. So, reset as many times as you need, and I'll see you next week.